everybody, Jill here. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be really concentrating on the eye look on this one, but I am going to talk about really everything that I'm going to be putting on my face today regarding makeup. And I'm actually going to start right away with showing you a before and after with this look, so you can decide if you'd like to stick around. All right, guys, so many of you always ask, hey, how did you prep your skin before you even put your makeup on? Many of you know that I work with Rhonda, Allison, not in a, they don't sponsor me, but I'm a licensed esthetician and I have worked with their products for years, personally and professionally. Once I hit upon that line, I honestly, I haven't budged. I love it that much. First thing I'm gonna do is, this is the time of year, even though it's available all year, but Rhonda Allison makes an amazing pumpkin line. I mean, pumpkin is nature's source of, it's just a collagen powerhouse. It's full of nutrients. You should consume it as well as put good source pumpkin ingredients on your skin. You can even make your own pumpkin puree, use it as an enzyme mask. Let me tell you though, it's very active and you won't want to leave it on your skin long. It really is a fabulous enzyme, and pumpkin is just one of my amazing favorites when it comes to the natural end. So Rhonda Allison has really, it's kind of my favorite. I do have other pieces in the line that I absolutely love, but I use my pumpkin line really kind of the most throughout the whole year. So today I washed my skin with a pumpkin wash, the cleanser. And I don't use that twice a day. It's a little too much for my kind of sensitive fair skin. However, I do use it in the morning, and at night I tend to use like an oil cleanser to remove my makeup, or just the day. I don't wear makeup every day, but I love using balms, oil cleansers, that kind of just consistency in the evening. So in the morning, today I did use my pumpkin cleanser. But now they do have a pumpkin lotion. I absolutely love that. But again, I only can use that maybe a couple times a week. So my daily lotion, now these are traditionally called toners, but I feel like there is something that is attached with saying toner, which means it's heavy based in alcohol and stripping agents and no, that's not the case with any of Rhonda Allison's toner / lotions. We just kind of finished up with summer here, so I really like using throughout summer and even on into the fall the Brightening Pigment Lotion. This has natural brighteners. I love using these little cotton 2x4s. They're not the kind that are cottony, so these little pieces don't come off on your skin, but they're very soft. And yet they are really nicely, gently exfoliating my skin as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and spritz some of that on my little 2x2. And these I do purchase at my Cosmoprof. Unfortunately, you have to have a license to utilize that, but I did find them on Amazon. So I will put that link for you down below in the comment box. I love these 2x2s. They're soft and yet they never come apart. You know, you can turn them over and use the other side. They really allow your product to kind of last a little longer, because cotton is so absorbable that I feel like a lot of the product doesn't get on my skin. It just kind of gets absorbed into the cotton pad. And I also hate how the cotton just kind of can fluff off on the skin. All right, so simple. Your skin loves simplicity. It doesn't need to be a 12-piece, regimen to your skincare. I find actually my skin does best when I don't neglect my treatments, kind of my monthly treatments that I give myself, which, are in the treatment room kind of treatments. And then just keep my skincare very simple. My skin does best with simplicity for sure. I like to moisturize my skin with lipids. I will do an entire video really kind of around my philosophy of taking care of mature skin and why I choose to do that. Our skin struggles as we age with certain things, and one of those things is for sure that beautiful lipid balance and how our skin produces its own lipids, and it's beautiful. But as we age, there's this thing called lipid peroxidation, and it really just kind of breaks that down. So we have to help it by giving it kind of from the outside in some beautiful lipids, because that keeps our skin supple and really, really youthful. So I have several favorites actually in the line. However, this is the time when I really kind of, the transition periods, you know, in between seasons. It's really hard on our skin. We go from just rapid temperature changes sometimes, and our skin does not do well with that. So this time of year, I love using the Pumpkin E Serum. Gorgeous, beautiful, light, and absorbs so well. Our skin assimilates botanicals so well. It is not a struggle for it at all. And I like to put things on my skin that won't just sit there on top all day. I want it to go in. I want it to do something. And that is what a really nice lipid serum will do, is it will be utilized by your skin. And if after a few minutes you do have this oily residue, you put too much on, your skin's saying, I used what I needed, I don't need any more. And so you don't need much with a great lipid formulation for your skin. You really don't. Drops is really all you need. So I'm literally going to do that. All right, so literally drops. I'm going to do like 2 drops. It's going to drip, but 2 drops. Okay, there is something else that I cannot live without. I think everybody needs to have this in their medicine cabinet. It's good for many things: cold sores, burns, shingles, the pain of all of that, and the restorative nature that it brings to skin. And it's called Drops of Essence Hydration Drops. They come in different sizes. Honestly, I only carry this size because you're gonna love it. You're gonna be glad that it's the larger size. So the initial investment's a little much, but it will last you a very long time, because again, it's called Drops of Essence for a reason. You only need drops. You can add this, say you have a moisturizer, but you've noticed your skin is getting quite dehydrated. You're noticing a lot of dehydration fine lines. And you can tell your skin is needing something. Add a couple drops, probably just 1, to your moisturizer amount that you have ready to go on your hand or whatever in the palm. Add a drop, mix it up, put it on your skin, and it will help immensely. I like using this just right into whatever the lipid serum that I choose that day. So I'm going to do, actually, my skin's quite struggling at the moment. I have been neglecting my skin lately. You know, those monthly treatments that I like to do, I have not done them in months. I can feel it. I can see it. I have neglected my skin. So I'm going to help it a little bit here. And I'm going to add that now to the pumpkin serum, and I'm going to warm it up in the palms of my hands, get nice and warm. And all I'm going to do, and it smells divine, you guys. Any smells that you smell from any Rhonda Allison product, those are natural. Those are from whatever they put in there, that may be essential oils, but you know, many times there isn't that in there. It just smells whatever it smells like because of the ingredients. But this has a beautiful scent to it. So I'm going to press this in. I get dry right in here. I've heard that could be a B, some sort of vitamin B deficiency. I don't know. And I always make sure I press it in here, because we all get dry right in here. That's where that little 2x2 and the lotion that you're using, get it in there. Get that dry skin out with that really soft 2x2. And I get dry right in here, so I make sure that I kind of try to do my best with that as well. Again, I wouldn't have these issues if I did my whatever treatment that I need at the time. I really recommend finding yourself a really great esthetician. You guys, if you can spare in your budget, even every other month, it's invaluable finding yourself a good esthetician. your skin will reap the benefits. It will be able to utilize these products that you've invested in so much more efficiently. You will be surprised. Okay, so that is basically going to be my treatment there. I'm going to have that going underneath my makeup. It's going to be fabulous. My makeup's not going to stick to dry skin, and it's going to make everything just look so much better. Lastly though, I sometimes will just take a little tiny drop of the serum that I'm using, the lipid serum. So this today is Pumpkin E, and I will just roll it, and I'm talking the littlest bit. If I get too much, I'll do this on the back of my hand, and I'll just roll it and press it, you know, right around my eyes. I won't get it too close to my eyes at all. There are, you know, several lipid serums within the line that are completely fabulous for doing like this around the eyes. But I have been using my Aveda Botanical Kinetics Energizing Eye Cream. I like it. I also, you know, again, I kind of was curious about it, so I wanted to try it out. I like the 3-in-1 peptide eye cream in the Rhonda Allison line. I think that is kind of the top of the line when it comes to you know, really nice light absorbable eye creams. Do I like that one better than this one? Yes, but this one is budget friendly, and I think it's pretty good. And I do like Aveda products. Again, I think they do a pretty good job at combining science and nature, and they try to choose the best possible ingredients they can for whatever the formula is that you know, that you're using, and I do appreciate that. Okay, that's it. We're ready to go. All right, so, you know, my skin has been fed really great nutrients, and it's going to really love that all day long, and it's going to keep my makeup looking great. So today I'm going to be using my Tarte Amazonian Clay foundation here. But before I put that on, because this can be a bit matte and I like a little bit of extra glow, so underneath that I'm actually going to use the Flower Beauty In Your Prime Illuminating Primer. I find this is really lovely. Sometimes all by itself, I'll just put this on and then do some, you know, if I'm in a hurry or I'm not into a full face, I'll put this on and I will just proceed with my, you know, concealer and then little blush, and it's quite beautiful. And I've never broken out or had anything weird happen with that. Primers, as you know, I've talked about this a lot, can be touch and go. I don't think formulations in primers in general are the best usually ever. However, this one I have not had any issues with. I don't wear it every day, and I make sure I wash my face every night. So, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and apply that primer. Now I have found that you need quite a bit of this to give the effect, at least that I like. So I'm gonna put that on. I don't put this under my eyes, but I put it right here along the tops of my cheekbones. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead now and apply my foundation. This is in, let me tell you, because I never remember, but my color here, oh, it's no longer a thing. I can't see it anymore. Gosh darn it, guys. It's worn off. I'm sorry, I cannot tell you the color of this. Anyway, it's definitely a yellow-based one. It's a little bit too light for me. I look a little tiny bit like a ghost when I'm done, but I use other things that kind of help remedy that later on. But I'm going to use a Real Technique sponge. It's just a tiniest bit damp. And I'm just going to start applying this. So again, this is a little light, but it works for me because I do have some ruddiness due to some broken capillaries. And that slight yellow base really kind of neutralizes that a little bit. So, okay. I have a tiniest little bit in here. This is the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Serum Concealer. It's the lightest shade that they offer in the line for me, and I love it. I am at the bottom. I'm trying to dig out what I can, and I will be purchasing this again. It's really my favorite. I adore it. I'm telling you, what you use underneath your makeup and how you take care of your skin is going to reflect in how pretty your makeup's gonna look. You know, and if you take good care of your skin, and you're gonna see results and you're gonna love the way your makeup looks. At least you're gonna like it better. So, you know, using a really nice lipid serum around here is going to really go a long way in having your concealer look a little nicer. You know, and so using, you know, an eye cream and whatnot that will stay supple through the day is key to kind of getting that look to look really soft and youthful. Okay, so yes, it's got to be set. You know, I don't necessarily always set all of my look, but I am today. And yes, I got to set my concealer. It is what it is, and it just has to be done. So I am using the Becca, I'll put the name of it here, I never can remember. It's like Hydrating Mist setting powder. It made so many top, you know, favorites when it comes to all of the people on here on YouTube. They just absolutely raved about it, so I had to try it. Now again, I think my expectations must have been a little too high, or the people that raved about it were 15, 20, maybe more years younger than me. But honestly, it's beautiful. I like it. I would probably purchase it again. That's how much I do like it. It gives a really nice finish, you know, milled really finely. I do like it, but it's not magical. You know, it's not like something above and beyond anything else that I've tried. I love the Kat Von D Lock-It translucent powder. It's very similar to that. It has this has a tiny little bit of illumination, and I think that's what pushed it over the edge for me. I do like that. I'm gonna go in with the Bare Minerals Pure Radiance powder. I love the radiances in this line. My goodness, I love them. I think they are, and I say this every time I take one of these out, they're really kind of our secret weapon as mature women. They really can give us a beautiful, glowy, but kind of natural glowy finish. And I don't go super light with them. If you wanted to go a little lighter, you wouldn't want to use something so dense. You maybe would want to go in with something like this that has a little bit of the floofies, you know, up here, and that would give you a very light finish with them. I just like to finish off with these radiances, especially across the top of my cheeks, in the middle of my face where the light naturally hits you, you know, and just kind of right in here. That's where I definitely concentrate my radiances for sure. I'm gonna hold off on doing lips and cheeks until after we do our eyes and our eyebrows. So let's get going on that. This is gonna be a kind of an ode to autumn or fall. It's something you can do all year round depending on your likes, you know, what kind of tones you really like to use in general. But I'm gonna go ahead and work out of the Sigma. This is Warm Neutrals Volume 2. Here are the names of the colors back here, and I'll make sure that I let you know which one I'm using as we go along. So, as you know, I like to start with a wash, and we're gonna begin that with the color Humble. And I'm gonna just press this in now all over. This is my wash color, and this is quite light, but I'm fair, so it's okay. I've got a little bit of natural light coming in. Hopefully it's not gonna kind of mess us up here. All right, guys, now we're gonna do a sort of wash, not entirely. We're not gonna go in here with it, and we're not gonna go up into the brow. We're gonna put it pretty much everywhere else, and it's the color Henna. All right, I'm gonna start with pressing for two reasons. I'm gonna press this in pretty much everywhere I want it to keep the fallout from going crazy. The other reason is because I have, you know, crepey eye tissue here. And if I go right in, going back and forth and going crazy, it's gonna skip and it's gonna go places I don't want it. It's not gonna touch places I do. And it really is hard to kind of get a nice, even application when I do that. So it helps to press it in. It just depends where you are in your aging journey when it comes to the tissue around there, but this is what I have to do. So I am going to press this in. This is a gorgeous color. And I'm just gonna start by kind of pressing it in. And I'm gonna bring this up. I'm gonna press it in. When I get a little higher, I press and I kind of brush it down. I'm still pressing. Again, I wanna keep this area free of it. I want that to stay bright. Can go a little further in here, the actual mobile lid, like that little area there. But right in here, I want that to remain free of these darker colors here. So I'm going to bring this up right underneath the brow area, leaving all of this bright right under here. I'm gonna go in for a second coat, if you will. I gotta lift the eye tissue, usually being careful not to deposit it down here, but you know, the eye tissue's falling over the eyelashes a little tiny bit. So if I really want it to get down there, I have to lift it up a little. And I'm gonna bring that up. Softer, softer, lighter pressure, paying really close attention to this line here. If you start bringing things a little bit too low, it's gonna bring the eye down. You want to bring the eye up. And it's just a little illusion that makeup can help with if you apply it correctly. Okay, we got that. I want to add a little more depth yet still, but before I do any more on the top, I want to take that same color and really do something smoky underneath my eye. I know that a lot of us kind of kick that to the curb, doing anything under the eye. At a certain age, it's very difficult to apply for one thing, and or we feel like we just look very harsh. I think the key is making it smoky, making it soft, eliminating that lower line, and it will really open your eye actually. So let's try that. First, I want to kind of apply it directly where I want it. So I'm gonna go in with a brush like this. They're shoved down in there really low, so it makes them very firm, and we can put that color exactly where we want it. So I'm still using the henna. I'm gonna go ahead and tap it in just like I've been tapping everything else. And I'm gonna tap it in all the way to the corner, but I'm not gonna put it right in this corner. And I'm gonna go ahead actually with this pencil brush because I wanna add a little lower line to smoke out. So I got it tucked under, but now I'm gonna take it a little lower down. I know. It's a little scary. You're feeling like you're going a little too low, but trust me, as long as that line is nice and soft, it's gonna be fine. All right, I'm gonna take this Morphe brush here. I love this brush. And I'm gonna go into Russet. I'm gonna load it up. I'm just gonna roll it around, really lightly tapping, and I'm gonna load up just the tips. Tap that off really well, and then I'm going to focus this now on just the outside of my look, and I'm going to bring it up, but again I'm putting this really kind of in this direction, and I'm going to just kind of concentrate it right through there. I am going to bring it a little bit here to the top. Okay, and then I'm going to add a tiny little bit of that same color with this brush again. This is the Russet. And I just kind of want to add it right here at the edge of my look. Tapping it in. Nice. blending brush, I'm gonna blend and soften. Blend and soften. I'm gonna go in with the color Charmer. Do I wanna go in with Charmer? Yes. I'm gonna put Charmer right on my pinky, and I'm gonna just put that right there in the corner and up. It's gorgeous. Absolutely a beautiful color to do this with. And I'm gonna pull that tissue to the side and just bring it right there in the corner. And again, that's really pretty. I don't like to get those colors, however, anywhere near underneath my eye. No, because I'm very crepey there, and that will just accentuate that to high heaven. So I don't mind if it accentuates it right in here, but I don't like it doing that down below. I'm gonna go in with the NARS. This is their black, and I'm gonna go ahead now and tight line underneath the lashes here. So all the way to the corner underneath. The NARS Copper. Beautiful, beautiful. I love using this in the fall. It's very pretty. I'm just gonna take it now and scrub it right into that lower waterline. Let's move on to our cheeks. I want to go ahead and use a Bare Minerals. That seems to be the theme here mostly. The Bare Minerals blush. It's called Hint. Real pretty. I haven't tried too many Bare Minerals blushes over the years, to be honest, but I do have a couple, and this one is really nice. It's not overly warm, not overly one way or the other, and that's why I like it. So I'm gonna go in with a nice foofy brush here. Ignore how I need to wash these. And I'm gonna tap that off, and I'm gonna go in. I'm not gonna do any contouring per se, but I'm gonna put this right here in the kind of the apple of my cheeks to start. And then I'm just gonna kind of bring it on back, but it's gonna be right in through here. This is a beautiful color because it does have, again, a little bit of illumination. It's not a very matte blush, and I like that. This is my lip combination today. I'm gonna go ahead and line with my Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude, my favorite. That's my lip liner today. Lipstick is gonna be the Color of the World lipstick in Wildflower. And I'm gonna top off just the center with Skinny Dip here. I'll put the links down below for you if you're interested in these, and make it easier for you to find them. This is it, guys. This is the final look today. I hope you enjoyed this one, you guys. This was a lot of fun. This was my ode to fall, and also I hope you enjoyed the little skincare part in the beginning. Many of you asked, what did you use on your skin before you applied your makeup? So I thought I'd share. It's also kind of what I've been doing for my transition from going from summer into fall. So I hope you enjoyed this one, guys. Remember to always stay young at heart. Bye-bye.